just don't belong in my world, Bella.
I belong with you.
This is the last time you'll ever see me.
Whosoever hears this audio, if they be worthy, shall possess the insight, human, and superhuman abilities of the world's mightiest metahumans. Accompanying this journey of high-quality nerd commentary, we got my man Colton, a.k.a. Pizza Parker. Talk to the people.
It's your boy Colton, a.k.a. Mr. Wolf side, a.k.a. Mr. Vampire side, a.k.a. yeah, man, whatever, get the bitches.
We also have the greatest engineer in all of Seattle, my son Gash. Say what's up.
Yo, what's up?
Yes, sir. And you know who it is? It's your boy Dennis, a.k.a. Old Dirty Dennis, a.k.a. You don't want me? No. a.k.a. Jacob, long hair, don't care, nigga. Yo, welcome to another issue of the Mighty Metahumans podcast. Fellas, what's going on? How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm about to, listen to y'all talk about Twilight. Because my information is very shoddy about Twilight.
Oh, yeah?
I feel like I remember bits and pieces. I just remember the cold parts of Twilight, the parts I really like. And then the parts that I find very hilarious, that I still like watching.
What about you guys? How you feeling?
I'm chilling. What's up?
Hey, man, I'm ready to talk about these twinkly vampires, nigga. So one thing I did notice when I watched, they kind of cut back on the things that I liked about the first one, nigga. Like, they wasn't doing too much of like the awkward breathing no more. Like the chopped up delivery, it felt like they kind of polished it up a little bit. And I ain't like that shit. Like, I mean, it was still entertaining, but what made the first one great was that type of shit. Like the awkward,
cheesiness.
Yeah, like the awkward like camera like panning and shit. It felt like they were like, you know what, maybe we went too far. Let's dial it back. And for me, I felt like they should have went more. Like they should have did that shit. They should have took the cheesiness of the first one and take that shit to like a whole nother fucking level. But at the same time,
up the quality when they didn't need to.
They didn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't need that shit. Like, I didn't look for a polished movie, nigga. I wanted the first one again. Like, like everything you did in the first one, do that again. Like, and just keep going. And if that's the whole series, nigga, locked in, nigga. Like, that was my shit. So I did take some notes just to kind of help like guide us through, because this is my first time seeing it. I'm sure you and Colton maybe seen it more than once. And you probably haven't seen it in a while. So, like, just to keep us on, like, just so I don't get no spoilers, nigga, because I'm actually kind of enjoying this shit, like, low-key. So I know it starts off, she sees, like, her grandmother in, like, a field or some shit. And I'm just trying to figure out why. But anyway, she sees her grandma, and then she sees my son Edward, and this nigga's shining, son. This nigga's glistening, glowing and shit. And she grabs his hand like she's about to introduce Edward to her grandmoms. And as she lifts her hand, her grandma lifts her hand on some real awkward shit. And I was just like, all right. Turns out it's not this nigga's grandmother. It's her. It's an old bitch. And she's like freaking out because they panned that part was cool. They panned the camera out, and it's a mirror. And she's standing in front of the mirror, and like Edward is like, I still love you, blah, blah, blah. This nigga's a sharp 17-year-old about to tongue down this grandmother of like 87 years of age, lying to her face, talking about, I still love you. No, you don't, nigga. Like,
this old dusty bitch. What are you doing?
So she wakes up and she's like freaking out, as she should, because nigga, like, you are old bitch now. Like, the first thing that came to my mind is, these actors are clearly not teenagers. They're pretending to be teenagers. But at the same time, not to offend my white audience, she's probably like 24, 25. But when white people turn like 28, it's over. Like, you're over the hill at this point, they fall apart. So to me, she was probably like 29 in the reflection.
Jesus.
I love my
old like milk.
Shout out to the white audience. I'm playing. Yeah, but we find it's her birthday. She's turning 18 or whatever. And she's spooked about it, which is hilarious because you're fucking 18. What do you have to be spooked about? And Edward is like, she's like whining to this nigga about, oh, you're older than me. No, I'm older than you at this point. Like, why would you even want me? And he has to like remind her, like, yo, shorty, I'm 109 years old. Like, technically, like, we shouldn't even be dating. Like, you're literally a child. I am 100.
Literally.
Yeah, I am 109 years old, and I'm dating an 18-year-old. This is not okay. Which is hilarious to me because that means she was 17 in the first movie, and this nigga's a sicko. Like, he's a sicko in this movie, but nigga, she was already underage. Nigga, like, what were you doing? So anyway, like, she's like arguing with this nigga about it. And my favorite person so far across this series shows up. My son Jacob, #1 hater. Love this nigga, son. This nigga shows up like the hater he is. This nigga's hair is ridiculous. Cause he's older now. I don't know what happened in a year. This nigga transformed. This nigga's like buff. Nigga. This nigga's buff as fuck. This nigga got his hair laid. It's long. This nigga look like Malfoy.
They said it's time for the bitches.
Nigga. This nigga been brushing his hair all summer. This nigga's pulled up, buff as shit. He don't even look like he belong at this school, son. If I saw that nigga, I'd be like, hey, like I need to see
grown ass man.
Yeah, you a grown. Why are you here? Like, who's your child? Who's your child that goes to this school? Like, this nigga does not look like he belongs, bro. So this nigga pulls up on his hater shit, and he's like playfully flirting with Bella in front of like Edward, which is hilarious. Like, this nigga don't care. I love the hater aspect of this nigga. It's like, yo, I want your girl, nigga. Like, I'm the dream, and I like your girl, and I don't care if you're a vampire, because nigga, I'm a wolf. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna flirt with your girl in front of you.
This shit hard.
Yo, it's hard to me, son. Like, that nigga was really like in front of this nigga. Like, yo, I'm gonna hug on your girl, and I'm gonna smirk at you.
As one of the greatest haters of all time. That's a great fucking moment in history.
Yo,
I love their rivalry. It's so fucking good.
Yo, I fucking love them niggas. Jacob is my man, son. I fuck with that nigga crazy. So anyway, he gives her a gift, and it's burning like a hole through like Edward's non-existent soul. This nigga gives her a fucking it was like a wolf pendant or some shit like that, like a actual like for her to wear. He gives this nigga. Imagine a nigga giving your girl jewelry, son. That's what this nigga did. This nigga is my favorite hater of all time. Like, above all these niggas.
And they gave her a name necklace to wear.
Yo, what? She's not single. This nigga's different, son. I fuck with him. So, meanwhile, this nigga Edward is like pissed. This shit looks like the Boy Is Mine, but a remix. And instead of Brandy and Monica, is Jacob and Edward, nigga. And the whole time in my head, me being the third hater, is like, yo, y'all fighting for Bella? Like, yo, it's mad.
It's extra pale.
Yo, bro, you trying to tell me in your 109 years, you ain't seen somebody better than Bella, bro? She not even charismatic or nothing, son. She's dry as fuck. Like, she's be like, hey, what's going on? And these niggas lose their minds. Are you serious?
I got something.
Yo, go ahead, nigga.
Nigga, this is the Maggie Gyllenhaal situation, nigga. This is the do you save Gotham or do you save Maggie Gyllenhaal? Nigga, why these niggas fighting over her?
Yo, bro.
They could both get bad at bitches. Both of them.
Both.
Which is crazy for me to say.
Yo, they can wingman
I was
each other.
on Team Edward and Team Edward
Jacob.
and on Team Jacob, and I wasn't Team Bella.
Yo, bro, I was so confused.
She was having two supernatural niggas jump through hoops. That's fucking crazy.
And she not
to me.
even fire. I'm not even hating on her as like a person or her looks. I mean, her personality
Yo,
is
listen.
boring as fuck, nigga.
Kirsten Stewart is fire.
Yes,
But Bella
it's boring.
is
nigga.
mid.
Mid as fuck, son. She's straight Reggie. She was just, hey, oh my god, Edward, I love you. I'll kill for you. I'll kill myself if I can't have you. Oh my god. And these niggas was losing their mind over this. It was the most. That was the most unrealistic in a movie with vampires and werewolves. The most unrealistic part of that entire film for me was these niggas falling for Bella. I'm sorry.
The most unrealistic part is that she got every good-looking man.
Yo.
Like, that was the shit that made me go, I don't know.
Yo.
I don't know, y'all. But that's me being a hater also. I'm definitely being a hater,
Yo,
so.
this nigga Edward was like, yo, I considered suicide once when I thought you were gonna die. What? Nigga, what are you talking about?
You know what? Let him cook, man. You know why I let him cook? Let me give you an explanation. Not necessarily for her.
The food is
but
cold.
let him cook because he been alive for thousands of years, right? So that means for the first 500 years, he absolutely was seeing the baddest bitches in the world. But I think he been through so many bad bitches that he just like, I just need me a boring ass shorty that like really loves me. Like he just want to chill. Like that nigga don't want nothing too crazy. You know what's crazy? It even be like from the first movie, his reservations of being like, can you just be a normal person? Like, I just need you to be as normal as possible. Yeah, chill out. Like, he really be on her like, yo, just be a human, because that's what I want.
Yo, and that is like the fundamental thing of this movie, and it was so confusing watching this shit over the course. I've never seen anybody not want to be human so fucking bad ever.
Bro.
Like, she was thirsty.
But also, though, I'm going to be honest. I think I'm Team Bella now, because I got to explain something. If I got two bad bitches, one is a werewolf and one is a vampire, and they is fighting over me, I don't think I want to be human either. This kind of hot.
Yo.
Which side do I want to be on?
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, you already got these niggas and you ain't have to do nothing. So why should I be a vampire? Why should I change myself? These niggas are sweating me as me, son. And I'm boring as fuck. I don't have no superpowers. I'm soft.
One thing I will say, that teenage love will make you do some dumb ass shit.
Intense, bro. Fucking intense.
Okay, where we at now? So she's stressing over not wanting to be human no more.
Yeah. All right. So but like I said, what's his name was talking about how he was gonna kill himself, trigger warning, unalive himself if, just at the thought that she would die. So we move on and he's like explaining what the Volturi is to her. As his family's preparing a dinner for her, because she's like gang now. Like they love the whole family, the whole Cullens. They love her, so they're like preparing a dinner and shit. I did think it was funny when he was explaining the whole Volturi shit, that elitism exists even with the vampires, where they like there's like a hierarchy and there's like a royalty, like a royal family type shit, and these niggas don't look old. They're like old, but they don't look it. And the first thing that came to my mind was like, clearly vampires are not real, because the actual British royal family look old as fuck. Them niggas look like skeletons, bro. Them niggas are not vampires.
Niggas be princesses and princes. These niggas be 120.
Bro.
You know what vampires they are? Them niggas is the vampires in Underworld. The crazy looking shits where their faces be falling off. Yo, that's them vampires, nigga.
Niggas be like, Prince, just like you said, like Prince, and niggas be like 100, and them niggas skin is falling off, bro.
You can't walk.
Them niggas.
How you a prince?
Yo, them niggas is definitely honestly, not vampires, bro.
Can I call it now? If you've been a prince for 50 years, you're a failure. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be real.
Duke now.
Just be a duke, nigga. You should have been a duke like 20 years ago, my nigga. Once you hit like 30, they should make you a duke immediately if you're not the king.
So they move on, like they're in the house. Like I said, it's her birthday dinner and all that. Funniest shit happens to me. They're like sharing gifts, and she gets a gift, and it gives her the smallest fucking paper cut. Just the touch of blood falls to the carpet.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
This nigga Jasper,
everyone Jasper's like,
yo, this nigga Jasper was off a bean, son.
Okay, you know what happened with Jasper? Jasper, you know that meme that like got that dog in you? It's got that vampire in you. It's Dracula, like in his X-ray. Yo, you gotta make that. It gotta be a vampire in a fucking X-ray for Jasper, because that nigga went in demon mode.
Yo, that nigga was off a bean.
Niggas had to fucking wild on him. Honestly, again, my experience with this movie was watching it with my shorty. So she wanted to see the second one. I was like, I like the first one. Let's go see this one. That scene, the way that them niggas was moving, I was like, oh, this is a serious movie.
But what makes the shit better is even actually she gets like the paper cut, this nigga Edward pushes her to keep Jasper away or whatever.
Boom.
Yo, she falls.
Out of here.
Son, she falls, and everyone's like, yo, this nigga Jasper was like,
killed that bitch.
Yo, here's the funny part. This nigga Jasper's already off a bean, and everyone looks to Bella, and then they show her arm gushing blood, nigga. Everyone loses. You see it in all their faces. That moment of acting, nigga, where everyone's
was
like,
amazing.
They
did such a good fucking job. Honestly, I was not like I knew I knew this movie had like the melodrama, right? Like the teen melodrama, right? But that was like literally a scene where I was just like, okay. They got money.
Yeah,
these are actors.
Yo.
Like these are dead ass actors.
Yo.
Like I shouldn't make fun of them this much.
The way the camera showed everyone look at Bella's gushing arm blood, except for Edward, who could kind of control himself.
Nigga.
Everyone was like, "I gotta get out."
You know what's
I gotta
crazy?
leave now. I
Because he
can't
had
be
a
here.
taste already.
Yeah.
But not only that, you know what's crazy? This also goes back to the first movie and why all the awkward acting from Edward made sense. Because he's a fucking he could eat her at any moment. She smells delicious. He said that multiple
she's the most
times.
delicious
He
ever.
said, "You are
Yes.
so fucking." That's
such
why
a wild
mad times
line,
he was like, because that nigga's bricked up thinking about her blood. Yo, no
That
funny
nigga's the
shit.
brick, son?
He's the brick, but like with blood. Like, he was just like, "Oh nah, I'm finna eat this shorty," and not in the freaky way.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
she don't even know that these niggas is just hungry.
Yo, dead
son.
ass.
And I feel like
They
that
don't like
one.
her.
I felt like that one scene is what kind of drew me in, where it's just like, oh, like just like you said, aside from teen drama, it's like, yo, she's really hanging with vampires.
What are you
At
doing?
any given fucking moment, nigga, you bleed and it's over. All these niggas that consider you family that was just
Also,
giving you gifts,
You bleed without Edward around and it's over.
it's over, nigga. Like Jasper lost. I will always love that scene, nigga. Jasper lost his fucking mind, son. That shit killed me every time. They
shit
were
was
literally
good.
looking at her like a snack. And not the flirty snack, nigga. Like, they were like looking at her like, yo, if this nigga Edward was not here, nigga,
we would have washed you.
nigga. Oh, shit. So, like, she's like, at this point,
Is
aside
Edward
from-
the leader of the friend group?
he kind
Because everybody was like,
like, yo, just give the word.
if you don't care anymore.
So, you know, like after that incident, and then, you know, her thing about how easy it was for this nigga Edward to push the shit out of her, and her turning 18, she's like, yo, bro, turn me. Like, I don't, just turn me. Like, you're not gonna want an old bitch, bro. Like, you really gonna want me when I'm 80? Like, tell the truth. Like, and this nigga, you know, the funny thing about him is he was really serious. Like, no, I still want you while
You
you
a
80.
freak.
And yo,
nigga
that's
a
what,
fucking
yo,
freak.
we was just talking about that shit earlier, bro. It's like, yo,
They
like,
got an old lady fetish.
Yo.
He like, I want to
he
watch
got
her
a young
grow
lady
old.
fetish and an old lady
He
fetish.
said, I
nigga.
want to see you turn 90.
Yo,
Come on, girl. And then I'm going to turn you.
this
Now
nigga-
what? He a sick bitch.
yo, son, this nigga was 109 dating a 17-year-old, bro. Different, son.
Wildin'.
Different.
That's
son.
illegal.
Yo,
I could appreciate them keeping a plot going from the
Yeah.
end of the first movie.
nah, I did
Facts.
appreciate.
No,
I did.
appreciate it too.
I did.
Continue.
So yeah, like, you know, she's like, yo, turn me. And he's just like trying to like explain his feelings for her. And it's like not enough. She's just like, yo, I don't care about that. Like, nigga, like turn me. Like, like I don't want to like be here anymore. So anyway, they fast forward for to the next day, and he's telling her that he needs to leave. Like, I can't be here anymore. And she's like, what the fuck? And it was funny because it makes sense. Carlisle or Carlissi, they were like, he should look 10 years older than he does. And he doesn't. And people are starting to notice, like,
You got to go.
nigga, you're not aging. Like, it's been like 10 years. You look exactly the same. And they're like, nah, we got a skirt. Like, we can't be. And she's, you know what's the fucked up shit? The way she does not even care about family at all. She was just like, oh, so I'm going to go pack my bag. I got to find out what I'm going to tell this nigga, Charlie, like, what we doing? And he's just like, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, we, the vampires, got to leave. You stay here, live a normal life. And she's just like, yo, like, wait, what? Like,
Nigga, what do you mean, what? You're not a fucking vampire, dude.
she's
Like,
wait.
you're going to age.
Yo, you know what made it funny to me? It reminded me of like that Infinity War scene where Gamora was laughing at Thanos when like the Soul Stone shit, and she was like, "You don't love anyone, you'll never get it." And then it like the awkward laugh turns into, "Oh shit, wait."
It was like, yeah,
why
he
you
don't
crying?
love you. He actually loves Gamora, gang. That's crazy.
And Gamora was like, "Wait."
Wait
Oh,
a
shit.
minute. She was
I got
like,
set like that awkward moment. That's literally what Bella was like when she was putting the 1 and 2 together in her mind. Like, wait, you didn't mean we leave. You mean like just
nigga,
y'all,
we said the
Cullens.
vampires. We
Yeah.
actually said the vampires.
Yo,
You're
that
not
shit was
one.
hilarious. And then she does my favorite line, my AK of the episode. You don't want me?
Nigga.
This thing, no.
Gaslighting me. And I'm going to gaslight you back, bitch. No. You
shit
trying to gaslight me? I'm finna gas.
hilarious,
I'm 109. I invented the word
Hilarious.
gaslighting.
That felt like when niggas. That's like when security's like, big man, big man, big man. No ID, no entry, bro. Like, you can't come in. Like the way she was just like taken back by that shit was hilarious.
And what
nigga.
you do next?
So he's breaking up with her to save her like the trouble of like that life or whatever, and she's just like, yo, nah, take my soul. I don't want to live without you. Yo, the way niggas in this show give up like their lives
They're
on some anime shit,
so
nigga.
fucking fast to be
Yo,
like,
kill
I
me.
will
I don't care.
unalive myself.
I don't want to be here
right now.
Like,
which I think is hilarious because it's really like a teenage mindset. Like
Bro, for real.
they're so like, and I think it's funny that even like niggas like Jacob or like niggas like Edward and them
I'ma get
are
into my boy
still
Jacob,
technically
son.
fucking teenagers.
I'm gonna get
and they
him in a
act
second.
like mad emotional. Like even like nigga Edward. That nigga really be on some like, I can't be Bella. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Yo, you're 109. Like, why
You lived mad life, and this is the shorty you decide like,
Yo.
I can't live without it. No.
Yo, that shit
And
was
also,
unbelievable, son.
Jacob, like, I love him being a hater, but in my head, it's like, even if I'm a werewolf, even if I can shapeshift, her boyfriend is a mortal vampire. Like, me flirting in this nigga face
Yo.
is so fucking bold.
It's hard,
It's amazing.
nigga.
I love
Hard.
it. I love the conflict there because it's like real melodrama, but like it's real.
Yeah. So all right. So he's promising you'll never see me again or whatever. Like visit, late night emojis, nothing. You're not getting nothing out of me. I'm leaving. This is it. Blah blah blah. And this shit is hilarious to me because she like chases him through like the forest into the night, nigga. And like she falls and like curls up in the dirt. And in my mind, this is one of the few times where I felt like that meme. It was just like, yo, stand up. Like yo, stand up. Like
Stand up.
Like, yo. And then the sad girl scene, I probably one of the not even sad as in like emotionally sad, like sad looking, nigga. Where it was just like,
What the fuck wrong with
yo, she was
Yo,
sitting
bro,
by the mirror,
shorty.
bro.
Yeah.
And then they started doing the October, November, December, and she's not. I'm like, yo, bro, stand up. Like you're embarrassed. You're not. We're not even the same gender, but this is embarrassing, bro. Like get up. Like for real. Like this nigga was not that fire, bro. Like, like please. So she's like going. This is the next part that was just nuts. That part made no sense because even as 18, I've never seen emotion that intense where she's like screaming in her dreams, bro. Like yelling, like in pain because this nigga's not around anymore. Literally like going through withdrawals. Like it was like heroin, nigga. It was like The Wire, nigga. Like she got served by Bodhi or some shit. Like she's like yelling in her dream. Ah! And it's like, yo, that's not even normal, bro. Like this is why her dad was like, yo, like, it felt like Fresh Prince. Like, yo, you gotta move with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air, nigga. Like, the shit you on right now is scary. Like, imagine having a kid and they're just screaming in their dreams, like, in pain.
And they wanted girls in high schools to watch this show.
Yo,
Let's keep going.
Yo, they wanted them to
let's keep going
fucking
on.
be
Yo,
wildin',
that's
but
what I'm
continue.
saying, son.
Yo,
Like,
but you know what's crazy? I had a shorty who was just getting out of high school. I was watching it with her. She was feeling Bella's energy.
Yo, nah.
I was watching it like,
Different.
please don't be like her.
Yo, red flag.
Please don't,
Man,
no,
red
please don't
flag.
feel this. Please don't feel this. You
Yo.
gotta stay alive. You can stay alive, even if the nigga like don't want you,
Yo.
shorty.
Crazy, son. So now we move on, and this is where like Bella starts squeaking, son, because you know she has a girls' night out with Shorty, and they go to like see a zombie movie, whatever. That's cool. And like as they're leaving, she sees the dudes from the first movie, like in the alley, like the dudes that was like sexual harassing her before Edward showed up in the car, and she's like, "Yo, I think I know them niggas." And the friend's like, "Yo, so when are we leaving? Like, I'm not trying to go over there." And she starts walking towards these niggas. And this nigga Edward starts doing the Star Wars Force projection. And he's just like, don't go down there. Like, don't do that. And she's just like, oh, so now you can pop up. Now you can talk to me. You know what? I'm going to go down there. So she goes down there. And she talks to the
It's like
old-
Batman parents going down Crime Alley on purpose, nigga. Why are you doing that? Why are you going down Crime Alley?
Son.
It's called Crime Alley.
She goes and talks to the oldest nigga there. And I made sure to pause because that nigga was not a teenager.
He was absolutely wasn't a teenager. That nigga was a grown ass fucking man
with like the hairline receding and shit. And he's just like, yo, so what are we doing? And I'm like, yo,
why'd she do that?
Yo,
why did she do that?
Why did she do that?
I'm like, yo, what are we watching right now? Like, this was a teen movie? Like,
yo,
what the fuck is going on? Why is she going on this nigga bike, bro? Like, what's going on right now? And this nigga Edwards is like, yo, what are you doing? Like, you're self-destruct. Why are you doing this? And she's just like, oh, this is the only one I'm gonna see you? Fine, I'm just going on this nigga bike and we just gonna go out. And this nigga is like on his bike doing wheelies and shit with a teenager, mind you, clearly 18. This shit was mad wild to me. And he's like showing up. Eventually, Edward like stops in front of the bike and she gets like the dude to stop or whatever and like gets off. And he's just like, I guess we not fucking. Bye. And like she meets up with a friend, they leave, and the friend is like, yo, when did you become this fucking adrenaline drunk? What the fuck
are you doing? Everyone, like, yo, I appreciated that they made sure everyone around Bella was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Exactly.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. This came out of nowhere. Everyone's just, and I like that the niggas who wrote like Bella's gonna wild out and everyone's gonna be like, "Why are you wilding?" I appreciated that.
No, I appreciated the shit out of that. So here's where Bella becomes Future. This is
my god, yeah, she started wild. Oh, she becomes Lori Harvey.
Yo, because she's like, you know what? I could only see this nigga when I do something crazy. I'm gonna do something crazy. We gonna get crazy?
Oh no.
Or we gonna get crazy? She was on Michael Keaton shit, nigga. She gets 2 dirt bikes. And who does she show up to? Her number 2.
Oh my god. And you know that nigga a hater and ready for it.
Shows up like, yo.
That's fucked up.
Yo, that's where I'm going with it.
You
see where I'm going?
Fucked up.
You see where I'm going?
She gaslighting champion.
Yo. So she shows up with the old dirt bikes like, yo, you think you could help me like fix these or whatever? Already know, she know this nigga like her. Because they already said in the show he's 16. So he's younger. He's 16, she's 18, Edward's 17. So this nigga's 16, looking up to this older chick, love her. She knows it and is taking advantage of this nigga. She don't know he got powers in it yet. She's literally just taking advantage of this nigga like him. Exactly. So she's like, yo, like, you know, can you help me work on these bikes or whatever? This nigga's buff. This nigga, he literally looks like he's taking enhanced performance enhancing drugs.
But I don't want to say it, allegedly.
Because even she says it in the
He was though.
Yo, even she says it when she sees him like, yo, nigga, the fuck? Like, what's going on with you?
He's like, hey, I was Shark Boy. It's Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Do you remember that movie? It was really good.
Nigga's diesel as fuck.
Nigga hit puberty on
hard as fuck. Nigga, remember the nigga had the long ass hair looking weird with his big ass clothing, and then the nigga popped out like, ha! Now I'm dressing like John Cena. Now we John Cena dressed.
So he's like basically her rebound wolf. Like she's like
rebound wolf. This hilarious because it's true.
Yo, she's like, granted, she's like slowly liking this nigga, but at the same time, you know what she's really doing. Like she's using this nigga. So she's like, you know, she's still having like her sicko nightmares and like acting like she's in pregnancy or whatever. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with her. Anyway, so she gets the bikes fixed. Obviously using this nigga. Edward shows up again doing the force projection shit, which is a terrible plan, honestly, because you think if this girl is this obsessed with you, why would you do this when she's on the bike? She's not a professional biker, nigga. She's gonna crash. And she fucking crashes.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yo.
Niggas are fucking idiots, bro.
She fucking crashes into a boulder. She's like bleeding. And this nigga, Jacob, goes to like, jumps on the bike, goes to take her or whatever. And I guess like, cause she's bleeding and he's like wiping it. She forgets he's not a vampire. He's a regular nigga. Well, regular quote unquote nigga. And he's like wiping the blood or whatever. And she's like, because of her early experience with vampires, she's like nervous. And he's like, yo, nah, like I'm gonna just wipe it and you're gonna be good. It's like, oh shit, wait, I could kind of fuck with this nigga.
Regular?
Yeah, a regular nigga. I guess. So she's in school the next day. I don't understand everyone's obsession with Bella. Cause the other nigga, cause Edward isn't here anymore, the regular nigga asks her out to the movies. And this is where she does some next level future shit. She goes to the movies with this nigga, but she also invites Jake. The other people she quote unquote invited don't show up. One has a stomach ache, blah, blah, blah. So it's just her and 2 niggas. The movie frames with her in the middle with the other nigga and Jacob on the other side. They go see some action movie or whatever, and he's like, I think he throws up from the violence or whatever. This nigga's mad pussy, runs to the bathroom. And that's the funny part. Like, he goes to the bathroom and he comes out and he's like, oh, I had a stomach virus before this. It wasn't the movie. I'm okay with the violence or whatever. This nigga, my man Jacob, is starting to go through puberty now. Like, it's really starting to hit him. Because this nigga gets mad intense for no reason. Even I was like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Because the dude was like, yeah, I had a stomach problem or whatever. And he's just like, yo, if you feel sick, bro, you should go to the hospital. You want me to put you in the hospital, bro? And I was just like, wait, what the fuck? I was like, yo, wait, what the fuck just happened in this movie, son? This nigga just turned up for no reason. He was literally talking, he was talking like, when you showed me that clip from Power Rangers Zeo with my son Tommy and Jason with the seashell necklaces, nigga. This nigga got intense like them niggas. Cause he came out of nowhere with like the violence. Even Bella was like, whoa, like, dial that back. So anyway, they move on to like the next scene because this nigga was wilding for no reason. And he's just like, he goes missing for a few days. Again, one of the few scenes where someone reverse gaslights Bella. Because he goes missing the way Edward went missing. And she's like blowing this nigga's phone up. Like calling him. She can't get a hold of this nigga. She literally shows up to his house. On some Karen shit. Like literally pulls up in his house. The dad in the wheelchair is like, oh, he's not here. And she storms past this nigga in his own home. To go find him. He's like knocked out on like the bed or whatever. And she sees like the other niggas. Like the rest of the wolf pack. So she pulls up on them niggas and it's like, yo, what were you doing? What happened to him? Like, what were y'all doing to my son? And they're in typical bro fashion. It's like, yo, shorty, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what do you get the fuck out of here before we hurt you? She slaps one of these niggas. This nigga starts hulking out, son. I'm looking at this nigga and he's just like, yo. And the rest of them is like, here we fucking go. This nigga turns into a wolf. She's freaking out because it's like, wait, what? And he's ready to attack her. And out of nowhere, of course, Jake, jumps out of nowhere to like save her at the last minute. He's like fighting as a wolf. And like they're like going back and forth. And she's not even really phased. That's how you know she's like unhinged. Because she sees these niggas turn into wolves. And they're like giant wolves fighting.
She's the problem.
Yo, she is the problem, son. She's watching these niggas and she's just like, all right, I guess. Like, maybe he'll explain this after they finish fighting. And it's just like, yo, like, are you okay? Do you not see these niggas? Like, everyone around you has powers. Like, you're just, like, calm. Like, none of this is bothering you. So anyway, those niggas are fighting. She goes back to the crib and she meets, I think it's Sam's girl or Paul's girl, one of them. And she has, like, she has the scar or whatever. And they're like, yo, whatever you do, don't stare at her. And she's just like, why? And then she sees her and she has like the giant scar from like when I think one of them got like really pissed and had, like cut her by mistake. And, she tries not to stare and like they're having like a conversation. And Shorty's like, oh, you're the vampire girl. And she's like, oh, yeah, you're the wolf girl. And it's like, all right, I get it. It felt like watching like gang members. And it's like, you're like the shorty of like the main nigga in like the Bloods. And that's the main shorty from the nigga from the Crips. And y'all both link up at like it was like the first Fast and the Furious movie. When they had like Hector. When they went up. No, that's what am I thinking? I'm thinking of Training Day. When Jake met Hector at the crib and Denzel left him there. And them niggas was about to like basically put a plunger up this nigga's ass. Like they was wilding. Yeah. That's literally what this shit was like, bro. So she's in the crib and, Jacob pulls up. He's trying to explain, what was going on with him. He's just like, yo, you can't see me no more. And she's like, wait, what do you mean? Like, she's like, yo, I got some shit going on. Like, I'm part of the NWO now, Wolfpack Gang, Black and Red. And she's just like,
fuck with the vampires.
Yeah, like.
It's gang life out here.
Yeah, like, listen, I can't fuck with you.
Stuck. What do you mean?
Like, you put me in a bad situation. I was trying to dirty Mac you away, but if you want to be with that nigga, I'm a wolf and I kill vampires. And you want to turn into one of these niggas. You put me in a bad situation right now. That shit is hilarious. So later on, we find out that Charlie is looking for Edward because he just fucking disappeared. You got Jacob because they're like hunting Victoria. That was the shorty, because remember her man died in the first one when Edward killed him at the end, and she never got over that shit. So in her mind, it's like, yo, I should kill your bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way it's gonna be even. It's gonna be eye for eye if I get your girl. So meanwhile, she's having this drama with these two niggas. She got somebody else, another vampire in Victoria, trying to kill her. She can't have a normal life to save herself. This is probably why she's so fucked up in the head. So anyway, they're like chasing her through the forest or whatever. They're chasing Victoria. She escapes by like I think she had like jumped into the water or some shit like that. And like they stopped because the wolves are not trying to go into the water. They're like, you got it. You got that. Meanwhile, Bella, still on her problematic shit, is still trying to see this nigga Edward. So what does she do? Because she saw them do it early in the movie. She decides to jump off the same cliffs that the wolves be jumping off of. She's human. She's
She did not give a fuck, dude.
So Edward is literally like, yo, bro, don't go to that cliff. I know what you're thinking. Don't go there. What does she do? She goes there. He does it again. Bro, don't jump off this cliff. This is fucking stupid. You know why I can't? What does she do? She jumps off the fucking cliff. She lands in the water, and she's like, wow, I can't believe I actually did that and survived. And then the water's like, no, you didn't, bitch. And a giant wave crashes and knocks her into like the boulder, and she knocks out. She's passed out. This nigga Edward is in force projecting in the water like, I told you not to do that shit. And now she's about to die. Because she's just like, yo, if I'm going to see you, if death is the only way I'll see you, nigga, I'm going to die. And it's just like, yo, why is this shit so intense?
Why?
Nigga.
For what?
I am fucking watching this shit. I was like, yo, there was no way I was this intense at 18, bro. There's no fucking way. What makes the shit even funnier is she's passed out. And who does she see in the water? Victoria, nigga. Because she jumped off from the other side to escape the wolves, and she's coming to get your dumb ass. So as she's swimming towards her, this nigga Jake manages to pull her out of the water, like the dummy that she is. And you see Victoria pop out from like half of the water like a SEAL team nigga. And you just see like the top part of her face, like, ooh, almost had her. And then she goes back into the water. This nigga takes her, and she's still playing with my son, Jacob, son. She's still playing because he takes her, he puts her in the truck, taking her home or whatever. And they're in the car. And the truck, whatever, the shit that he fixed. And he's just like, yo, I can't be with you because you saw what happened to Shorty back at the crib. What happened if I get mad at you, Bella, and I lose control and I strike you down or some shit like that? I can't live with myself with some shit like that. And she's doing like the lean in where it's just like, I'm getting closer to you. She's like leaning into this thing. It was like, yo, I wouldn't let you lose yourself. And I'm like, this future ass nigga. I was like, yo, this future ass nigga. She's like, I'll never let you lose yourself. And he's just like, tell me how. She's like, I'll tell you that you're special.
Oh my God.
I was like, yo, why are you playing with my...
This is
yo,
crazy.
She's playing with this nigga's heart, son. Playing with this nigga's heart. They pull up to the car, and she gets mad close, like they about to kiss. And she's like, I gotta get out of the car, bye. And he's just like left there like, again? Like, you playing? All right, whatever. So he gets out the car because she finds out there's a vampire in the house. And he's like, the Cullens left. Who the fuck is in your house? So he pulls up, John Cena, you know what I mean? Jeans, shorts, no shirt on, walking in. It turns out to be Alice. And Alice pulls up because she found out, she had a vision that Bella died. Because her dumbass jumped off the fucking cliff. And she didn't get the whole vision of her being an idiot. So she was just like, yo, I had to pull up to see if you actually died or not. I didn't tell Edward because, you know, if that nigga find out, it's going to be some next level shit. So she's like, yo, and that was one of the funny scenes for me. Like, she's like, what is that wet dog smell in here? And in my mind,
I was like, that's racist. One.
Bitch, you better be careful.
And two, you gotta fucking relax. Yeah, are you talking about yourself?
I was like, yo, hey, yo. I was like, is this fourth wall breaking? Right
Yo,
now?
dead ass. They was breaking the fourth wall right there.
I was like, really? Wet dog? All right, cool. So this nigga Jacob pulls up and she's just like, who's he? And why is he in your house? And he's just like, yo, like, who are you? Like, what the fuck is going on here? And she's like, oh no, that's my homegirl. Like, she could stay here as long as she wants. And basically telling him, like, don't put hands on her. So he's like, all right, cool, because I'm in love with you for whatever reason. I'm 16, my hormones going, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. So she finds out at that point, he's like smooth talking Bella. Like, he has this moment where it's like everything he's saying is just hitting. And he's just like, yo, Edward's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just me and you. We was working on these bikes all summer. You know what I mean? I cut my hair. I'm on Floroids. You seen how I could turn into a wolf? I'm a weird nigga too. Like, I know you like weird niggas. Like, we can do this. Like, and you don't gotta change for me. You know what I mean? I want you just as you don't gotta. We could grow old together. You know what I mean? And she's falling for it. And right before this nigga could kiss her, the phone rings. And that phone is loud as fuck. It's the old school phone, son. Like the shit on the wall type
phone
shit.
did it on purpose.
Yo, and who's on the phone,
purpose.
nigga? Edward. This nigga Edward calls and Jake picks up, which I thought was weird because I was like, this is not your house. But all right. This nigga picks up the phone and what he says, he was like, oh, they're preparing a funeral. And I was like, what is he talking about? What? Basically, he finds out about Alice's vision. So he thought Bella died. So he called the crib to find out from Charlie. And what does my number one hater do?
Some hater shit.
Yo. Yeah, they planning the funeral, bro. You might as well stay where you at. Yo, son, when I put the 2 and 2 together, nigga, I was like, yo.
This nigga dirty, Mac.
Yo, son. He was like, nah, nigga.
Nah, it's not even. It's her, man. She's the problem.
But it's her. She's bugging.
Son, that shit had me crying, nigga. This nigga Edward was like, well, I guess she's dead. I might as well kill myself too. So this nigga goes to the Vittori, like, yo, ice me, nigga. Like, fuck it. Like, I don't got my girl no more. Clearly, even at 109 years old, I'm not going to find another one like her. Nigga, yes, you will. You lived 109 years. There's going to be another Bella, nigga. But cool. She dies. I'm going to die too. And I'm going to die. I'm going to have y'all snap my neck. And they were like, nah, nigga. Sorry, big man. You don't have the facilities for that. Like, we not killing you. Like, you got that mind reading ability. Nah, we gonna keep you around. So what does this nigga do? In dramatic fashion, you know what? I'm gonna reveal myself to all the humans. I'm gonna take my shirt off, nigga, and I'm gonna shine bright like a diamond. Like, he was
Nigga
like,
dead shone on them hoes.
Yo, shine on them niggas, bro. This nigga pulls up and he's just like, yo, I'm gonna just reveal myself. Fuck it. So what happens? Alice is like, yo, we gotta go because my brother about to kill himself for you and you not dead. So she jumps in the car. They're about to skirt off. And this was the coldest shit. I think out of everything this was the cold, even colder than what he just did to Edward. He stopped the car. And he's like, yo, Bella, stay for Charlie. And then he reaches over to Alice on the driver's seat because he could have just went to the passenger side. This nigga reaches for me. And she's just like, listen, I love you, Jake.
No, she don't.
But I love Edward more.
She's such
yo.
She's so weird. Like, why are you acting like this?
Yo. And she was just like, yo, like, yo, he's really her number two. Because she was just like, yo, if there's even a slither of a chance of me getting him back, I'll leave you. I don't care what we were building. I will leave you right now for this nigga. And in my mind, it's like, yo, Jacob, bro, like, just don't, it's not even worth dirty macking. Just let it go. Like, she literally just told you, it don't matter how much I might pretend to like you. If I can get my real nigga back, it's a dub for you, son. Like, I don't care how much time, I don't care how many bikes we build, nigga. We could make the Rough Riders video together, nigga. I don't care. Like, I'm leaving you for my nigga. So she leaves with Alice, and I don't know how fast these cars go, but these niggas made it across the country to somehow get to the Volturi and stop this nigga from revealing himself in like a day, like nonstop driving. And she's like, yo, like Alice is like, yo, I can't get close to him. Here's the directions to where he is. And she just masterfully like understands all these complicated directions to find this place in record timing. I would have got lost. That nigga he'd have died. Like she was just like, all right, so you got to make a left. And after you make the left, it's Joe Pesci's there. He's going to point you in the right direction. But what it really means is go left. Then you circle around him, go up the steps. And she remembered everything. And literally at the last minute, she runs as this nigga rips his shirt open. The little girl sees, and she's like pointing at her mom, like, look. And he closes his eyes like, yo, fuck it. And she runs over through the water, through all that shit. And the thing that bothered me about that is this is the first time in cinematic history that a white woman has run and has not fell. She runs clear across, does not stumble, nigga. Literally lands in his arms, and he's just like, is this hell? Did I die? She's like, no, I'm really here. You don't have to kill yourself. And he's just like super excited. Bella. And his excitement is hilarious because it's also emo. Because he's just like, Bella, you're alive. I'm so excited. And it's just like, yo, this is you were about to kill yourself for no reason. And this is your excitement? Like, so now he's like super happy to see her. And he's like, yo, you came across country for me. She's like, yes, I could have let you kill yourself. So apparently the Volturi is just like, all right, we need to get down to the bottom of what the fuck was just about to take place. Come see the main nigga. So they go upstairs to see the main nigga. And this nigga is a freak. Like, this looked like one of the vampires that definitely Blade would have killed. Like, this nigga he wouldn't have got no blood on his jacket, but he'd have definitely killed this nigga. Yeah. So he's just like, yo, like, put your hand. I want to know more about Bella. So he like puts Edward's hands on his hands. And I guess as he does that, his power is to be able to like read a person's entire like memory on someone. So he does some shit like that with Edward. And he's just like, wow, I'm really fascinated with Bella. Like, you can't read her mind. I wonder if I could read her mind. So he can't read her for some reason. So clearly she has some sort of negating abilities that her being like a more boring version of Daria, everyone's just fascinated with Bella. Like, he can't read her mind with his advanced Volturi powers. So he has this other shorty who has like, I don't know, like a weird pain ability where like she just says struggle and niggas just like fall into pain. So she's about to do that to Bella, and this nigga Edward jumps in front of it. And like he's taking the brunt pain for her or whatever. So she's about to do it again. And this nigga Edward gets into like a fight with one of the Volturi niggas. And they fucked that nigga up. And it wasn't even he didn't even get jumped. It was a one-on-one. That nigga lost the one-on-one battle.
Bad.
Easy, nigga.
Very bad.
Fuck that nigga up. So like I'm watching that, I'm like, oh, so you're not even really that nice of a vampire, man. Like this nigga's out here that's like really nice. Anyway, Shorty does her power on Bella, and it doesn't work. So clearly something's going on with Bella. Clearly she's not just a regular boring Maggie Gyllenhaal. Like she's like a super Maggie Gyllenhaal or some shit, because no one's powers works on her. And they're like, yo, you know what? You know too much, and you don't fall susceptible to our powers. We're gonna have to kill you. And he was, what did he say? He said, it's a shame you wasn't like one of us. Like, we gotta kill you now. And Edward's like, no, you gotta kill me. Like, let her live. So they're about to kill this nigga. And she's like, no, you could just, go ahead. I'm just a human. I'm worthless. Like, you just kill me. Just don't hurt him. And the head honcho nigga is just like, this bitch is weird. I fuck with her energy. She's willing to die for one of us. I kind of fuck with her. Like, she kind of crazy, but I kind of like her red flag energy. So this nigga's like, you know what? I might let you live, until Alice is like, you know what? We're going to turn her. She's going to be one of us. She's going to be gang. Like, let her live. Like, with her weird abilities, she's going to be like us. She's gang. Like, let her live. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to let her live. She kind of weird, but I fuck with her. I fuck with her energy. Her unhinged energy. So he's like, yo, y'all got like until what? Till graduation? I don't know when that is, but whenever that is, that bitch better turn. Cause you don't get a second chance, nigga. You seen what we just did to Edward? That's all of y'all niggas. It's quiet. And that was one nigga that did that shit. So they let her go. And they let the Cullens go or whatever. So now they back in the crib. And she's talking to them. And she's just like, yo, listen. Turn me. Like, I want to turn, but clearly it's not up to me. So let's do a vote. And these niggas is like, yo, Edward is just like, no, I don't fuck with this at all. I don't like this plan. This is stupid. We can keep you a secret from these niggas. They don't got to find out that you're not a vampire. Like, we don't have to do that. You don't have to be a vampire. And she's like, nah, fuck that. I want to be a vampire. So she's like taking a vote. And all these, Alice is like, yeah, you know, you like my sister, which is weird. I want you to be a vampire. It's lit. The other hater shorty was like, yo, I don't want you to be a vampire. And I felt like that was the first time I seen her like have a reason why she don't like Bella. And it was like, yo, I didn't have a choice. You have a choice. You don't actually have to be like this. Like, you can just be normal. I vote against it. But the rest of the Cullens were like, nah, we fuck with her. We like her weird energy. You know what I mean? Like, she unhinged. I think she'd make like a fire vampire. So they agree. And Edward's just like, this is fucking stupid. I don't like this shit at all. And I don't like that I was outvoted. And this is my bitch. And I don't feel like she should be a vampire. But they don't care because they already voted. So she's going to basically turn after graduation or whatever. So at this point, you know, she's excited. She's going to become this vampire. She got her man back. It's fuck Jacob. This nigga does not matter to me anymore. And in my mind, it's like, yo, like, they just keep bringing this nigga into the movie to fuck this nigga over. How many times is this nigga gonna keep getting fucked over, bro? It's how many more movies? Like 3 of them?
They was using him.
Like, like, how many times are they gonna get my man? How many times they gonna fuck my son over? I ain't like that shit. So anyway, they move forward. And,
There's nothing.
yeah, they do the whole vote shit or whatever. And she's still, at this point, again, she does not care about family. Because in her mind, it's like, yeah, I'm going to graduate. But, yo, what's my alibi to Charlie? Like, what am I going to tell my dad? Like, she don't care about blood family at all. It's Edward or nothing, nigga.
That's a fact. Her father's just like fighting for his life.
Yo.
In this boring ass town that he brought her to. And she's just like, I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. I will leave with my nigga and I'm 18. He can't tell me nothing. Let's figure it out. And, you know, this... it comes down to the very end where like they're driving in the car. And again, Edward's just like, bro, you don't have to do this. Like, you could just be normal. I promise. I will still love you. And she's just like, nah, nigga, I'm already older than you. The wrinkles is coming in. I'm 18, nigga. Like, it's over. Like, do you not know how white women age, nigga? Like, it's over for me. Anyway, so they're driving, like, kind of like arguing or whatever. And who stops in front of the car for one last try? Just one last try. My nigga Jacob. He's got to try just one last time, nigga. Like, even after being rejected, this nigga just won't give up. Stops in front of the car, Dirty Max one last time. He's just like, yo, listen to me. If you really care about me, you won't be with this nigga. Because if you let him bite you, you a vamp now. And you know what my gang do? We kill vampires.
That's a fact.
And also, Edward, not even talking to Bella at this point, Edward, you know what the treaty is. The treaty means, nigga, you break the treaty if you bite her. You can't, vampires can't bite humans. That's part of the treaty, nigga. Did you read page 36, paragraph 3, nigga? You can't bite her, technically. So this nigga is now dirty macking on a technical law level, nigga. Like, this, this nigga was like, yo, like, I will use whatever's in my arsenal to dirty mac and break y'all niggas up. He's like, yo, I agree. Honestly, I don't want her to be a vampire. He's like, yeah, good. Cause nigga, if she is, you know what it is. So she walks up to Jacob because them niggas was about to fight. Jacob and Edward. Cause he was like, yo, I don't really fuck with you, bro. And he's like, she literally says she was like, listen, I love you, but don't make me choose. Because if you make me choose, it's gonna be him every time. And I was like, after everything this nigga Jacob's done, are you serious? And she's like, yo, I will pick Edward over you every single time. Don't make me choose. I want to have both my bitches. I don't want to choose. But if I have to, nigga, It's him. So this nigga leaves, and it's just like, yo, you know what, Bella, fuck it, I'm out. So this nigga leaves. So she's with Edward, and he's just like, you know what? Fine, I'll turn you, but give me 5 years. He doesn't say why he needs 5 years. And she's like, nah. He's like, what about 3? Nah, nigga, after I graduate in a couple months, nigga, vampire me up, nigga. Like, I'm gang. And he was like, all right, I have one condition, nigga. I'll turn you. Fuck it. Marry me. And she does like the final of the movie, and she just fucking ends. And in my mind, she clearly don't want to get married. I haven't watched the next one yet. She don't want to get married, nigga. She a player for life. She just want to be able to have her nigga and mess with Jacob sometimes. Like, that's literally what it came across as.
She needs to be
She
honest
don't like
if that's
Jacob,
what
bro.
she wants.
She
She
don't
don't
like
like
Jacob,
him.
bro.
She just uses
That's
him.
what I'm saying. Like, she
You gotta
just want to
stop.
have him on the side. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm
She
not
was
saying
bent
she in
up.
love with this nigga, but she might need a bike fix, nigga. Like, she might need somebody to fix a bike. Edward don't fix bikes, nigga. Like, she needs somebody to do some shit like that. You know, when she needs, like, in case her and Edward break up at some point, she needs somebody to just fill the void. Because that's literally all he did was just a void fill. Until she could get her nigga back. And it was like, all right, fuck that. I'm out. So to me, the actual villain is not the vampires. And it's definitely not the wolves. It's Bella, nigga. Like, everybody had a better life before Bella came along.
That's true.
Everybody was cool. The treaty was intact. There was like, everybody was chill. Bella came and she fucked the whole shit up. And she never made nothing better.
Yep.
Everything was cool. There was no, like, literally everybody, the other vampires, they knew who territory it was. It's like, yo, we just passing through, my nigga. We just passing through. We on our way out. We not even trying to be here. We just passing through. What happened? Everybody fall in love with fucking Bella, nigga. Now niggas gotta kill people for Bella. And she's boring as fuck, nigga. She's dry as fuck, son. I'm, like I said in the beginning of the episode, it's not even about looks. None of that. She's just boring, nigga. She's
And
literally, yo, I'm confused.
She's
son.
the worst. She's really the worst, for real.
Yo, I am fucking confused, man. Like, I don't know how this shit goes. What, 3 more movies of just these niggas? Bella, like,
Okay.
for 3 more?
Now, at this point is when I tell you, right? It's just gonna be up front.
What's
the rest
up?
of it's complete garbage, right? But
Okay.
but it's gonna be entertaining garbage though.
Okay, so we going back to the first.
So, huh?
Yeah.
We going back to the first one. We going back to the.
It's actually worse than the first one.
really,
But it's
is
gonna
that not what I said?
It's gonna have stakes.
I guess.
High stakes.
I guess, nigga.
I made that voice on purpose.
I fucking guess. Because honestly, like I was telling Gas, the first one is still my favorite because of how bad it was. And it felt like they dived into how bad it was. The acting was overdone, the breathing shit, the camera pans, like all that shit. I love that. And then in the second one, it felt like they were like, oh, that first one was terrible. Let's polish this shit up and be a little more professional.
Even all the pictures, everything looked mad crispy.
Yes. And I was just like,
yeah, hold on.
I was like, wait, these niggas got a budget now or some shit. Like, whoever was cutting money in the first one, they cleaned the books up and they gave them niggas that money back in the second one because I ain't like that shit at all. Like, it was a little too clean cut for me. Again, my son Jacob is the MVP of the show for me because this nigga's dirty macking is next level. That phone
Top
call, nigga, they preparing for the funeral, nigga. Stay where you at. That was and in that moment, I was mad confused. So I was like, yo, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? And then when they were like, oh, Alice, he think that you died. I was like, this nigga thought of that on the fly, nigga. That shit ain't just wolf blood in his veins, nigga. It's hate in his veins, nigga. That nigga said, yo, they preparing for the funeral, cuz. Just stay where you at. You good? And the way they showed Edward when he took the call and he started crying, masterful, Nick. Chef kiss. That's why I need my son Jacob to win. I know he not, but I need him to win, nigga. You don't dirty mac that much and lose, son. Not in real life. I mean, that would have won in real life, nigga. That was gonna win
for you. Go ahead.
If your ops called you and you was like, yo, not even you, they called you shorty. It's not even your shorty, it's his shorty, and you at her crib. And he thought she died, and you picked up the phone, was like, yo, Hey, nigga, they preparing for the funeral, to be honest with you. And I'm just over here as moral support. Like, you just stay where you at. I don't fuck with you. And she's dead, so you don't got no reason to be here. He not coming back, son. You won. Only in this fucking movie, son. Oh, shit. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Watching so far 2 Twilight movies in, 2 Harry Potter movies in. Twilight, nigga. Like, a Twilight gang, nigga. It's just too much hate. It's too much dirty macking in this shit not to be entertained, son. Like, I'm still... Granted, I am very fair. I'm still giving Harry Potter time because I'm sure at some point, because I'm pretty sure y'all said like the third part or the third movie or the fourth movie or whatever is where shit like really kicks into gear. But currently, Twilight's beating that nigga ass. Get up, nigga. Get up, please. Throw the towel. That's just beating that shit's ass right now, son. But yeah, honestly, if I'm giving it a rating, what did I give the first one? I gave the first one like a 3. I'm gonna inch this one up 3.5. Like, honestly, it's
give it more points.
I'm gonna give it more points.
I'm crying.
I'm giving it more points because where it lacked in the cheesiness of the first one with the camera pan. The dirty macking, nigga, is some of the best dirty mac I've ever seen in my life, nigga. Fantastic.
It
cinema,
was pretty
nigga.
good. Pretty good
the dirty mac in the cinema in this
pretty
film,
good pressure building of a woman gaslighting 2 sides and them wanting to kill each other.
Yo,
we love to see it.
Fantastic, nigga. I'm sorry.
They loved Bella, son.
Bro,
Yo, they really was trying to start a civil war over it.
Yo.
Hey, man,
and neither
I'm
one
fucking
of them
with
had
that
it yet. None of them had it yet, son.
Yo, real. Yo, maybe Bella is the villain all along, or maybe she was the hero all along.
She's the villain, son. I swear.
All that shit, she didn't need to do none of it.
None of it. Why she fuck with my son Jacob like that? For no reason. A whole summer you just fucking with this nigga. Just to get over this man. Whole summer you just wasted this nigga.
Was having fun. She was enjoying herself.
Yo, for real.
She wasn't born.
Oh shit.
Nah, she shell and then what happened?
She was as soon as she just got a whiff of this nigga coming back, it was like, listen, bro, we had fun. We had fun. But my nigga back, so
you're not white.
You don't sparkle, nigga. Like,
now my son J.K. Rowling.
Yo.
She wish she wrote this one.
You see? Oh shit. So yeah, that's my rate. I'm giving it a 3.5.
3.5. That's crazy.
Dirty Mackin', yo, that is cinema,
nigga,
son.
I'm gonna give it more points.
More points, nigga. That's some of the best Dirty Mac I've ever seen about. That phone call, nigga, was worth the 0.5, nigga. My son really said, yo, they preparing for the funeral, cuz. This nigga was just about to kiss his girl, son.
Chill. Relax. She died, bro. She died. Don't worry about her no more.
Yeah, it's over. Bye. Hang up.
She dead to you, and then you hang up. He gonna be like, wait, what?
Oh, shit. Nah, honestly, like I said, 3.5. Twilight is winning me over, son. I ain't know it was this hot back then. If I knew this was niggas was going to the movies to see, son, I'd have probably been in the same theater with my son Colson, son. I'd have probably been like on the other side, like, yo, this shit hot, son.
I was like, this shit kind of high. I remember seeing the second one and being like, this shit is kind of high. Let's see where this gonna go.
Oh shit. So yeah. Any final words before we wrap?
I have nothing besides Bella's the villain.
Is the villain, son. What about you guys? You got anything before we leave?
Wait till you see 3.
Oh my god. It's fucking lit. So this has been another issue of the Mighty Metahumans podcast, providing you with that high quality nerd commentary. Subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend. You know what I mean? Check us on Patreon. Niggas is lit over there. Gene Lanning community, Dennis Plus community. Fuck with all of us, you know what I mean? You can find us on all social media sites as The Mighty Metas. That's TikTok, that's YouTube. You know what I mean? We do our 1-minute reviews for movies, TV shows, games, comics, everything. Twitter, of course, popping every day. Instagram, Facebook, we're everywhere. Like, just fuck with us. You know what I mean? You can find me on all social media sites as Old Dirty Dennis. That's OLDIRTYDENNIS. You know what I mean? You can find my cards. You know, excuse me. If you're Bella, you know what I mean? If Bella's listening, you want to get some cards for your niggas?
Or you want to get a breakup card
Yo,
for one
you know
of your
what I mean?
niggas, one of your multiple
Oh,
niggas.
you do need to create some Twilight
Yo,
Dirty
yeah,
Mac.
see what
Yo,
I'm
dead
saying?
ass, you need the Dirty
You know what
Mac
I
cards.
mean? You know what I mean? If my man Jake is listening, I got you, son. I'm gonna make some Dirty Mac cards. You know what I mean? We're gonna do some vampire propaganda. You know what I mean? We're gonna make her change her mind. I got you, son. You know what I mean? That's on Etsy at etsy.com/artbyden. That's ARTBYDENN, 2 N's. You can find my son Colton
At the Colton Show _ the Colton Show on Twitter, and the Colton Show on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Not Twitter. Oh, fuck. Twitch, Instagram,
everywhere.
everywhere else. TikTok. And I have a website, thecoltonshow.com. Damn, that shit threw me off.
What about you guys? Where can they find you?
2_ gassed up Instagram.
Gassed up, you know what I mean?
No.
With the gang them. Send us home, bro. Give us something.
You don't want me? No. The GOAT.
Yo, we out.